The first step is to purchase the program at CMEIntegrations.com. Click Pod2Quick under Podio Integrations. You'll get a license key by email. Install the program on the same computer where you run QuickBooks. Now, back to Podio. Make sure your invoice apps are set up. In this demo, we have both project invoices and service invoices. Taking a look at our project invoices, we have a customer name, the project total, and a memo or description field. We also have fields for the QuickBooks invoice and bill status that will sync from QuickBooks after the import. Service invoices have client, hours worked, and a memo or description field. They also have the QuickBooks invoice and bill status that will sync from QuickBooks after import. You can sync based on date range, but we prefer to sync by view. This shows a view of January service invoices, and that's what we're going to import. Open QuickBooks. QuickBooks must be open before you open Pod2Quick. Minimize QuickBooks in Podio. Start Pod2Quick. The first time you open Pod2Quick, you will get a message from QuickBooks asking you to allow the application. Click Yes whenever this QuickBooks company is open. Click Yes to the confirmation box, then click Done. Pod2Quick is now open. Enter your Podio login information, test your connection, set up the folder for the log files, and then enter your email and license key. Validate the key. Save your settings. Now, let's configure the import settings. Once these are set, you won't need to change the settings unless you're adding an app or making changes to your apps. You can have up to 10 different invoice apps depending on the license level you purchased. In Podio App 1, choose your first app. In this example, we have access to multiple selections. You'll likely see only your company. Pick your company, workspace, and app. This example is from our Podio project invoices. Now we'll match up the Podio fields with the QuickBooks fields. In some cases, you may want to choose an option from the Import Default Value column instead. You can also use QuickBooks calculations that are based on the quantity and rate. Choose your QuickBooks invoice options, like a different template, class, AR account, terms, and due date. Choose the invoices to import. It can be a saved Podio view, date range, or a category. We're going to use the view called January Project Invoices. Enterprise users can sync an invoice number and status back to Podio. Map the Podio field you want to sync to. These are the fields where we want to track the QuickBooks invoice number and billing status. Save and close the import settings for Podio App 1. Now, we'll hop back into the configuration to set up Podio App 2 with our services invoice. This is similar, but we're going to pull data from a different app. Map the fields again. Each app can have different settings. For these invoices, we want to dictate how many hours were spent and then use the QuickBooks item rate to find the invoice total. Again, you can choose QuickBooks invoice options that can be different for each app. We will again use the Podio view for January services invoices. Review your settings and then save and close. We get an alert that we forgot to add a value to update build. Fill that in and then save and close. That's it for the one-time setup. Now, let's move on to the regular import. Select the app you want to use. We'll do the project invoices. Select the view. Successful invoices show a green check mark. Invalid invoices have a red mark. If invalid, the data must be fixed in QuickBooks or Podio and then rerun the import. Invalid data will not import. Now, we'll import the services invoices. You can see the line items by expanding the customer name. All of these invoices show a green check mark. Preview your export as an Excel file and check for errors. Now that you're sure everything is correct, it's time to import the invoices to QuickBooks. We strongly suggest you make a QuickBooks backup first. The log file shows a successful import. In QuickBooks, go to Create Invoices, then click View Open Invoices, set the correct date range and you'll see all your imported invoices. The total of the invoices in QuickBooks should match the total in the Excel log file in Preview. Print or email the invoices. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out www.cmeintegrations.com.